Can you make me a cup of coffee, please? Thank you. Gonna do a live Q&A today. Yeah. Just had breakfast. Feel good. Feeling like I can conquer the world. Victory is in my hands. Feels good. Feels good. Will you ever come back to St. Louis Anarchy? Absolutely. I love St. Louis Anarchy. That's my home. Got nothing but respect, nothing but love for that place. Love the city of St. Louis. Will we get to see you back in Chicago anytime soon? Anytime soon. I'm not going to call you. Anytime soon, I can't say. You changing your Twitter banner? I would like to. I've already did. You want to make me a new one? Be my guest. You want to make me photos? You want to make me graphic designs? If you feel like things need to be changed, please send them my way and I'll pick the best ones and I'll choose them. It's just that simple. Yeah. Man, how you feeling? I'm feeling I wear my hair back. I don't know the lyrics all too well, but I'm feeling good. New Japan to AEW. New Japan. Not that I got anything against AEW, but New Japan. I love New Japan. I feel like I got a lot more left to accomplish there. Biggie or Pac, both. Why do I have to choose? Both. They both stood for something great. One stood for the hood, one stood for injustice. I mean, you put those together, well, you got me. Do you speak with any of the seniors before leaving since it became a public story? No, I haven't spoke to anyone. We support you. Thank you for your support. I appreciate that. If I send you a link, can you please share mine and my girlfriend's YouTube channel? Yeah, sure. Why not? Why don't you just post it in here, dude? Just post it in here and people will see it. And for the culture, absolutely. So what people have to understand is for the culture is not just for African Americans. Of course, it stands for African Americans, but I'm doing this for not only myself, but for people that feel like me on a daily basis. If you've been bullied, if you've been picked on, if you've ever felt like the world hasn't given you your due when you work hard every day, when you work a 9 to 5 and you feel like that paycheck just ain't making it enough for you, when people want you to just join in line like everyone else, I do it for those people. More importantly, I do it for my dogs are going crazy. More importantly, I do it for the underdogs. That's who I do it for. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Take a stand. That's right. You take a stand or you sit down. That's all it matters. And I ain't gonna sit down unless I'm doing this Q&A. Any plans to sign to AEW? Man, I just left a place. Why would I want to? Why would I want to sign to another place? How can the best support me from this point moving forward and letting I'm trying to support? Man, just use hashtag for the culture. Speak your mind. Speak it intelligently. Be smart about your approach when you speak for the culture as well. Also, you can go to Pro Wrestling Tees / lowercase ACH, and you can purchase all those t-shirts, and all those t-shirts, all the proceeds go for people that are battling depression, anxiety. That's the stuff that really means the most to me, is supporting everybody, not just my culture, but your culture, everybody's culture. Positivity, man. Positivity, man. Thank you, guys. Thank you. How was the WWE racist? The WWE was racist to me because of the t-shirt that they produced for me. I was lied to, which really hurt my feelings the most. On top of that, if that was their image of me, what does that say about, the kids the African American kids that watch it, or just people in general that watch it that felt some type of way about that shirt, not just me. I think that shirt was disrespectful. It was disgraceful. And on top of that, it was a slap in the face, not only to myself, but all the viewers that look just like me. I think that shirt was completely racist. And if you go back and you do the history, I mean, yeah, they've given titles and championships to African Americans, but that doesn't take away the fact that they have done things that were very insensitive to the African American community. And I think a lot of people need to really look at that. A lot of people have been telling me, well, what about Kofi? Kofi, man, you can't touch Kofi. Kofi's one of the greatest of all time. Now that, especially that he became the world champion, like you can't put nothing on that. But that doesn't take away from the fact that when you look at the history of WWE, all the stereotypes that they have created in the past, that is what makes them racist. And you have to look at wrestling as a whole. Whenever you see an African American in any wrestling promotion, they're usually limited to what they can do or what they can achieve. I'm just trying to achieve way much more than just some world title. I'm trying to reach your ears. I'm trying to reach your heart. I'm trying to make a difference. And that's why I'm making a stand. I know a lot of people aren't happy with the decisions that I've made as far as the way that I voiced my opinion on social media. And I will admit a lot of it was definitely fueled off of emotion, but it was correct emotion. And I won't take anything back. And I refuse to apologize because I meant it. And if I meant it, that's why I said it. And that's what's most important. ACH, I hope that you're the cornerstone of New Japan's American. Man, thank you. Hopefully, one day. Are you taking recommendations on the superstar list you made or making? Man, honestly, absolutely. If there's anybody that you want to. Sorry, we got to let the dogs out. Hey, hush! Come here, baby. Don't you just love dogs?
Oh my God.
What?
Baby took off.
She
took. Her friend? I
think so. Uh-oh.
Well, maybe not. I don't know.
What's going on? I don't know what's going on.
Running all the way. Look at Sugar.
What's the culture show? What's the for the culture show? I'm not familiar with this show. Oh. King. Oh man. Did you hack at WWE games? No, I didn't hack at WWE games, man. Do you feel Triple H buried Booker T at WrestleMania 19? There were definitely some things said in promos that kind of made me feel a little bit uncomfortable, that kind of made me feel a little bit uneasy. And what it comes down to if Booker T was comfortable with that. Everybody's different. Some people like to use that as fuel. Some people like to use that stuff as motivation. Everybody's different. I can't speak on something like that. Do I feel it was racist? No, a little bit, but for the most part, I mean, that's something you would have to ask Booker. Any plans on going on Swear's podcast? Absolutely, man. If he'd have me, I'd definitely be on there. Thoughts to Vince using the N-word on TV. It was just tasteless. It was a slap in the face again, again to African Americans and to the culture. It was a slap in the face. Did you see the hacking of WWE games? I did not. Top 3 favorite Lupe Fiasco tracks. Yeah! Sunshine remix. Show goes on. And then if I had to pick one out of my ass, Italian Roses. Black Panther, what do you see? I see a dream, a town watching over me. Bum 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 bum. Then we have some roses for the ladies. A little appreciation for the gentlemen, and have some kisses for the babies. A little appreciation. Okay, I'm done. All right. Swerve's another one to add on that list, in my opinion. Absolutely, for sure. You got to go look up Sunshine Remix by Lupe Fiasco. It's probably one of the best. All Eyes on Me or Me Against the World. The way that I'm feeling, man, shit, I'm listening to both. Jesus Walks or Follow God? Jesus Walks. Absolutely. Jesus Walks. Is there anything you missed in WWE? The people. The people. It came with a lot of good perks, but the people were definitely fun. Jesus Walks goes all the way. Hey, ACH, what is next for you? Where do you want to go to next? I want to go wherever I can showcase my ability, my talent, and do what I love the most, and be able to promote just making the world a better place. Is WWE grooming going to extend your contract to sit on you? Can't answer these questions, man. What did Vince? What's your thoughts on black wrestlers in WWE pushing and using negativity as motivation? What is my thoughts? I feel like it depends on the way that it's coming out. If it comes out in a good light, in a good way, then yeah, by all means. I mean, you got to understand, man. Wrestling is a different form of entertainment, and I feel like sometimes people tend to push the envelope, and there's nothing wrong with pushing the envelope. But if you're gonna push it, I think the fans have to understand that it's a form of entertainment, so not to take it so damn serious. Follow. Do do. What is your reaction to Kofi winning the world title? Goosebumps. I was sitting in the crowd, standing in the crowd, watching that live. Goosebumps, son. Goosebumps. Still one of my favorite moments I ever watched live. And I ain't never been to a WrestleMania event that close and got to see something like that. Oh. Respect to the ACH for the culture. Oh, thank you guys. You are legally free and clear to move on. Legally, no. Mentally, yes. Favorite promoter to work for? Ooh, favorite promoter? Danny Daniels. Danny Daniels. Why was Gresham number one on your list? Because I think he's possibly the best black technical wrestler I've ever seen, hands down. And I've never had the opportunity to work with him. And that's one of the people I've always wanted to work with. Man, like watching him work is like it's like watching Zack Sabre, like just this different type of animal. And I think that when you have an African American wrestler that does that style of wrestling, it usually doesn't get highlighted as well as the other side of entertainment when it comes to African Americans. And I think that me and him can make something special. Man, he's so talented. He's so good. Well, I support you, bro. Hope everything works out on your favor. You deserve to pursue what you want. Oh, thank you. Please squash these silly mental health rumors. You know, man, the thing about the mental health is I do suffer with anxiety and I do suffer with depression and I can have bad mood swings sometimes. But that doesn't mean that when I speak out that I'm just speaking out and it doesn't have any meaning behind it. The t-shirt triggered things from my past and it all came up at once and a lot of anger from my past came up with it as well and that caused me to come at people the way that I did. Um, Again, I'm not going to apologize for what I said because what I said I meant it, and I that's just how it goes. How did you come up with the name ACH, including the super? Um, ACH is my actual government name. So the person that came up with ACH's name was Bobo the Animal. And we were trying to think of names and stuff like that. And I had these generic ass names like the Dragon, the Tiger, like things that you would name your character on WrestleMania 2000, pretty much. And then he asked me what was my name, which obviously, if you know, my name is Albert Hardy, and I couldn't be Albert Hardy because there's a Jeff and Matt Hardy. So he was like, "Yeah, you can't do that." So he asked me for my full name, and then he went, "Ah, I like that." He said ACH, and then he was like, "He can stand for like attitude, charisma, and heart, and you can be like a young Shelton Benjamin." I was sold the moment he said that. So, and then when he came up with Super, I was looking to evolve. I was looking to become something different. Like I was tired of just being ACH, and I felt like at that point in my career, going to Japan and working with Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin a lot more, I was like, okay, like it's time to like grow up. And I use anime to help me. Whenever someone powers up to the next level in anime, they usually use the word super, hence Super Saiyan, Super Dragon Ball Z, stuff like that. So I figured, okay, why not just make myself Super ACH? There's Nintendo, there's Super Nintendo. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna go ACH 64, but but yeah, that's where I came up with the name ACH. It was pretty much the evolution of ACH, and it was the next level of what it was. When is ACH Turbo Edition happening? That is terrible, but no. It's funny. I told myself years ago, if anything was to ever happen to the Super, it would go from Super to Mega ACH. But I think Super ACH is just, it just sticks. Plus, it gives me a reason to go Super. Can't trademark that. That's mine. S, and I love the Dragon Ball Z Broly movie. It actually gave us a backstory on Broly, and everything made sense to why he was the way that he was. It explained a lot of things that I've always wondered, like the Scouters, the Saiyan race. Just like it gave us a really good breakdown on the Dragon Ball Z universe, and it actually made me a fan again. And there was another question that I actually liked. Oh, thank you. Oh, my favorite anime, One Piece, hands down. You can't. Nothing gets no. Nothing gets. Nothing is better than freaking One Piece. Texas all day, baby. What is your favorite wrestling move of all time? Brain Buster. I don't know why. I just love the Brain Buster. There is just something about the Brain Buster. It is an amazing move. Coco Beware did it, and he called it the Ghostbuster. And I thought that was the coolest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Go, go, ACH. Go, go, ACH. Oh, I can't wait to hear those again one day. What is your dream championship to win? Shit, man. WWE Championship. Also the IWGP Junior Heavyweight. What was the reason for the Jay Lethal comment? Any story behind it? There's a huge story behind it. There's a huge story behind it. And to be fair and respectful, I won't disclose that story. I won't disclose that story because I won't throw more salt on his name than I have all that I have already have. And I think any issue between him and I, now that it's out there, I'm cool. Like I'm straight. Like it is what it is. You know what I mean? But our beef is our beef, and there may not even be any beef. And to be fair, there ain't no beef on my end. I said what I had to say, and I'm done. I'm done with it. I got everything off my chest. It's out there in the public eye. If anybody wants to know, your best bet is just to ask him. It's just like that. Or you can ask around. There were a ton of people there. I won't disclose the people that were there. Did Jay Lethal ever reach out after the tweet? Nope. So that just means he A, don't care. B, never saw it. 3, I'm blocked. Maybe all 3. So who knows? When you speak your mind, everyone gets mad, shaking my head. Of course, of course. No one likes when people speak their mind because when people speak their mind, you're standing up for yourself, and no one likes for you to stand up for yourself. That's just how it is. I love to see. I love to see you team with the Rascals at the wrestling. Oh, the Rascals! Sorry, the only people I can actually I wouldn't mind tag with the Rascals just because I would want to do this. Would you fight Jay again, or is it never going to happen again? You know, man, anything for the love of pro wrestling. I think that whatever whatever issues you have with someone, once you're able to go in the ring and go at it, I think that squashes all beef to me because you leave it in the ring. I've had problems with people in locker rooms, and once I go out there one with them, it's all squashed. It's all squashed because we just left it all in the ring. To me, that's how pro wrestling is to me. That's what pro wrestling is to me. Whatever beef, animosity I have with you, once we take it to the ring, once we leave that ring, it's done. And I'm not saying you go out there and you just fucking murder this person, but I feel like that anger and that pride that you have, once you have that built up in you and you put it all in your performance, once you leave, it should stay in the ring and the people get to enjoy it. That's to me, that's how you use that animal like instinct, that monster like anger that you have, and you channel it and you put it into everything that you love, which for me is pro wrestling. Can you explain your comments about Jay? Why do you assume that he hasn't faced the same challenges as you? I don't know. I don't know. I honestly wish I had a closer relationship with him, but I never was able to grow a closer relationship with him in Ring of Honor because of a lot of the things that went on in Ring of Honor. Now, I said my piece about Ring of Honor. I've never buried them publicly. I've never said anything. I've never said anything negative about them until now. I don't know what he has faced. All I will say is this: as a young African American in wrestling, when I was coming up, I used to want to always be under the wing of someone older than me that was an African American. And it just didn't work out that way for us. That's all I'll say. Come back to Chicago soon and get the AEW title. 60 men proud of you. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, man. Fake death match. What happened with you and Impact? Your senior reign was quite short. Hey, man, some things aren't meant to last forever. I had a really good time at Impact. Just wasn't the right time. I'm sorry if you guys are expecting for me to like be out here wilding out and cussing and ranting and stuff like that. The last book I read, man, I really don't read a lot of books. I should be reading a lot of books, man. Soon, what or what? I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be wrestling with. I don't know if I'm going to be wrestling Gresham, and I don't know. And I don't know about the Swerve City podcast. These are questions you got to reach out to those guys and you got to ask them. Coming back to VIP wrestling, of course, man. It's Texas. It's Texas. If if you ask me, I want all the wrestlers to come to Texas and work with me. I think that there's something beautiful about having home field advantage. And for years, I've never had home field advantage. So all these matches that you guys want to see, if you're from Texas, let these promoters know that I'm willing to have these matches in Texas, and I want people to come out and see them only in Texas. My comeback is it's for Texas. It's for people that have supported me my entire life, my entire career. So you want to see ACH versus John Gresham, it's going to happen in Texas. If you want to see ACH versus Banditos, it's going to happen in Texas. So anybody that you want to see me wrestle, work with, is going to be in Texas. And I said Bandito. I'm going to put some hot sauce on my Bandito, baby. Huge fan. Model you, No Mercy, multiple games. Oh, thanks, man. No Mercy. I love that game. Well, Sword or Shield? Shield. Thoughts on TJP? He's a fucking man. Ooh, language. Sorry. Favorite wrestling video game? SmackDown, here comes the pain because Brock Lesnar and Goldberg were untouchable. One of the best mechanics in a wrestling video game. It wasn't a sports game, it was an actual wrestling arcade game, and it was just completely amazing. It was so much fun. Um, the thing I like about these new WWE games though is I like that you can do the quick button action time and like the but like what game was that? Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3, where you would have to do the mini games in between battles, and that kept the game fun. Like it keeps it on edge because you're always having to hold like things like that keep games fun to me. There's so much fun that way, but just because it keeps you from you just get to watch stuff happen and then you gotta guess the button and stuff like I think stuff like that is good. I enjoy stuff like that. Did you use overpower Goldberg or overpower Brock? I used both when I wanted to be an a-hole, but I used to always play with the underdogs. I used to always play with like the Hurricanes, the Rey Mysterios, the Tajeris, the Eddie Guerreros, the Edges, Val Venus. I used to play with all like the the mid-level guys just to give myself a little bit more of a challenge, because I know if you hit somebody, certain guys couldn't penetrate him until you had to work them down, break them down, break them down. So I used to like find the enjoyment out of that, and then learning the moves from the guys. And then when they put Shelton Benjamin in the game, that's all I used to play with. But actually now the WWE games, when I play them, I just mostly play with my friends like Cedric. I love playing with Kyle O'Reilly because he does the freaking kick, bang, bang, and then his moveset is really cool actually too. Eddie Guerrero versus ACH match would have been epic. Yeah, man, that would have been great. Texas representing always, man, always. ACH, don't forget the super. That should be on his shirt. It should be on the shirt. Let's put it on the shirt. Let's put it. What up, Jordan? Me? That ain't me. Is there any chance of working it out to stay with NXT, or is it just a wash for now? Mm. I hope you have that Cody Rhodes bounce back. I hope you have a stellar new year. Shout out from Killeen, Texas. Yeah. When do you think WWE will actually release you? Who knows?
Oh my God.
Oh no. It's on the what time? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, time is up. I've enjoyed this conversation. Got a favorite fighting video game? If it's not an anime one, it's definitely Tekken 7. But yeah, guys, which DBZ video is the greatest of all time? Video game or video like movie? Have a good day. Oh yes, yes. That's why I hired you. Also, this Thanksgiving, the day before Thanksgiving, and I'll answer this Dragon Ball Z question after this. I will be giving out food to the homeless here in Austin because Austin has a huge homeless population, and I think it really needs to be tackled. So if you guys could do me all a solid this week, starting today, if not tomorrow, but just sometime this week, do something good in the world that'll make you feel good about yourself and make others smile in a way that you've never seen them smile before. Because at the end of the day, the most important thing is giving yourself to others because, well, in this day and age, we see a lot of selfish people. And the more selfless people we have, the better the world will be. With that, my favorite Dragon Ball Z video game of all time. Man, of all time. Hard one. Holy shit, they stumped me. Of all time. I'm gonna have to go with Tenkaichi 3 because that one had the most loaded roster of all the games. Yeah, it had the most loaded roster, and I used to cheat because I used to play with Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Saiyan Saga Goku, and then I would pick like Krillin. But I would always start off with Krillin, and then I would have like this super strong group. And if you could get past my Krillin, then you was top notch. But most people couldn't get past my Krillin or my Broly or my not my Broly, but my Bojack. Not my Bojack, but my Broddock. So I'm top notch. Is Akira the best anime movie ever? I mean, it's the first anime movie I've ever saw, but it definitely ain't the best. Actually, you got to give shout out to the original. But I gotta go. I gotta go. Krillin Loki, the best character. Yo, Krillin hold it down all the time. Oh, Shibata-san, happy birthday! Yeah. Can I please have a follow? Man, come on, dog. All right, guys. Stay super.